So here it is, guys, our very first look at General Grievous in Star Wars Battlefront 2. EA and DICE just posted this official image of the General, and he looks absolutely fantastic here. Hit that like button if you agree. And as you can see, this is not only the first reveal of General Grievous in Star Wars Battlefront 2, but it appears he's standing on Geonosis as well. So this is our very first look at what appears to be Geonosis. And you can see in the background the muddy, orange, cloudy skies, and then you got the smoke plumes to the left with the ships as well in the background. You got the droids battling it out, sparks flying. And if this image does not get you excited for General Grievous and Geonosis, I don't know what would, but I am excited. And we're going to go over all of the details as well about General Grievous, because they did release an entire community transmission that goes over General Grievous's abilities, his star cards, what else? Voice lines, victory poses, emotes, and so much more. They have all of the details for us today. But guys, seriously, suck in this image right here. This looks absolutely incredible. And General Grievous, again, releases on October 30th. And you betcha, we are going to have full gameplay on October 30th. We're going to live stream him. We cannot wait for him to release. But let's go over all of the details DICE released about General Grievous. I'm just going to read off what they posted in the community transmission for you guys. So let's get started. In the community transmission, by the way, it starts with a quote from General Grievous. So let's read that to get the mood started here. So it says, "The drums of conflict are my beating heart. The fire of conquest rages through my veins. Strong young lungs breathe in air laden with enemies turned into ashes. It is here that I thrive. I have toppled nations. I have slain kings. I have murdered legends. My name has been feared by warriors and cursed by widows." And that was a quote from General Grievous himself from the Clone Wars, The Dreams of General Grievous. So quite a way to get started with the community transmission. And if you look into his eyes, you know this general means business. But let's go ahead and get started by reading the rest of the community transmission as well. It says, "General Grievous inspired fear across the galaxy as the leader of the Confederacy of Independent Systems droid army. Always the strategist, Grievous made it a habit of escaping the clutches of the pursuing Jedi. Only after countless battles against Obi-Wan Kenobi did Grievous's ruthless warmongering for invading worlds and engaging Jedi in combat come to an end." And by the way, guys, while I'm reading this, feel free to post in the comments down below, what was your favorite scene featuring Grievous? It could be from the Clone Wars TV series or from the movies. Let me know in the comments down below. But let's continue reading this. It says, "Bringing General Grievous to Battlefront 2. It says, "As far as villains go, General Grievous, as seen in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, is one of the most complex that we've ever made for Star Wars Battlefront 2. While he will make use of two lightsabers for his regular attacks, some of his abilities do bring his other two arms into play. Grievous coming towards you with 4 lightsabers swinging is a sight to behold, and one challenge that our animation team had to overcome. There are few sights as chilling as the one of General Grievous scuttling across the floor on all 6 limbs. It's not only a great way for him to escape a fight, but it's also something that strikes a certain eerie fear into you as he approaches. You'll get to experience this firsthand with his Claw Rush ability." So that is awesome. So it's been confirmed that yes, the Claw Rush ability will put General Grievous on all 6 limbs. So that is extremely exciting. I cannot wait to see that in action. Now, it goes on to say, "It was hugely important to us that we captured the essence of General Grievous, ever the master tactician, imposing up close but also able to make a swift exit. We took inspiration from his appearance all across the Star Wars universe, most notably the movies and the Clone Wars animated series. who could forget the showdown between General Grievous and Obi-Wan Kenobi, where the General used 2 rotating lightsabers. This scene from Star Wars Revenge of the Sith would go on to serve as inspiration for his unrelenting advance ability and his appearance. So that's where they base both that ability on and his appearance. So that's cool to know. And it says, and it would be amiss to talk about General Grievous without mentioning some of the iconic voice lines that he has available. Get ready to hear the hackling cough and "You are a bold one," among many other iconic lines. We went into detail on the voices of our heroes, General Grievous included, in a recent community transmission. Head over to read all about that. We did a video about that as well, so if you missed it, be sure to check it out on our channel. Now, it then goes on to say, a challenging hero to create, but one we're incredibly excited to be welcoming into Star Wars Battlefront 2. Let's dive into his abilities, star cards, and more. So we've already learned about 2 of his abilities, but I'm going to go over them in detail here since the article is going to tell us all about these abilities. So the first one is Thrust Surge. So it says, General Grievous focuses on a single target in front of him and rushes to them while doing a stab motion with all 4 of his lightsabers. I would not want to be on the receiving end of the Thrust Surge ability. That sounds pretty lethal. Now, the next one, of course, we learned about. It's called Claw Rush. It says, General Grievous goes down on all 6 limbs and rushes forward, damaging and pushing away any enemies in his path. So we now know that his Claw Rush not only has him on all 6 limbs, but it also damages and then also pushes away enemies as he's doing this. So this is going to be probably one of my favorite abilities to witness in the game, because it's going to be, like they described, eerie and really frightening. Now, let's talk about Unrelenting Advance. So it says, General Grievous spins 2 lightsabers over his head and can advance on his enemies. While this is active, Grievous blocks any frontal attacks and damages enemies in front of him. So he's going to be able to block. He's going to be able to completely prevent damage to himself, or at least somewhat, it sounds like, due to the blocking. And then, of course, he's going to be using his lightsabers in a spinning fashion, as we saw in episode 3. So that's pretty darn awesome. Now, they also list the star cards here as well for us, guys. So let's go over all of the star cards. So we got Beating Heart. So it says Beating Heart, its effects are increased health regeneration. Description is, General Grievous has increased maximum health regeneration. The next one is Cyborg Rage. Now this one also gives him a health regain. And it says, whenever General Grievous defeats an enemy trooper, he regains 20 health. Whenever he defeats an enemy hero, he regains even more. Now the next one is Sith Trained. Now this one increases damage and stamina drain. It says, General Grievous deals extra damage with his lightsaber attacks, but they drain more stamina. The next one is Jedi Killer. It says this one increases reach, and it says General Grievous can target enemies further when using Thrust Surge. So that helps out the Thrust Surge ability. The next one is called Momentum. Now that one increases damage, and the Thrust Surge deals more damage to target further than X meters. I'm not sure why it says X meters, but that's what Momentum star card does. Next up is Cowardly Retreat, which gives a damage reduction. It says General Grievous has more damage reduction while Claw Rush is active. So Cowardly Retreat, of course, helps Claw Rush, which certainly makes sense. And then next up is Lineup Weaklings, which I like the name of that one. It says increased damage, and after one enemy has been hit, Claw Rush deals more damage. So another card for Claw Rush. And then Ceaseless Assault is the next star card on the list. This one says Unrelenting Advance can stay active for a longer period. And then finally, to wrap up the star cards, Deadly Slashes also gives Unrelenting Advance more damage. So that's pretty cool. So there's all the star cards for General Grievous. Let me know, which one are you guys going to be using Let me know in the comments there. Were there any particular ones that stood out to you as I read them? Now, it also goes over all of the voice lines as well. Victory poses, emotes, and milestones. So let's go over all of this. But first, let's take a look at his appearances. So let's learn about his appearances first. So it says the first appearance is Jedi Hunter. It's described as the default appearance for General Grievous. And when you think of Grievous, this will be the appearance that you are most likely to think of. So this is the default appearance. Next up is Battle Damaged. It says if General Grievous wasn't feared enough, then his Battle Damaged will certainly invoke an additional sense of fear. The Battle Damaged appearance will be classified as a rare and cost 20,000 credits or 500 crystals. Then it goes on to say, General Grievous will cost 35,000 credits and will not be purchasable for crystals. Remember to do your daily challenges and to log in each day for your daily crate reward. So, and then it reminds you that General Grievous, of course, is coming on October 30th. But let's back up here, guys, and take a look at the victory poses, emotes, and different voice lines. So, for victory poses, they have Lines of Death, Jedi Hunt, Doom, and Consider Yourself Crushed. They don't have any images for those just yet, but as soon as I get the images, I'll let you guys know. For emotes, it says, you are a bold one, crush them, surrender, and then finally, your screams are music to my audio receptor. So let me know which one's your favorite out of all of those. Now, there's also milestones here. There's Out of My Way, where if you hit 30 enemies with the Claw Rush ability, you will earn that milestone. And then there's the Make Them Suffer milestone, where if you defeat 30 enemies with the Unrelenting Advance ability, you'll get the Make Them Suffer milestone. The next one is defeat 30 enemies with the Thrust Surge ability, which will unlock the Another One to the Collection milestone. And then it says earn 122,721 score as General Grievous to reach the Experienced General Grievous milestone. And then finally, earn 389,809 score as General Grievous to earn the Veteran General Grievous milestone. So, there's a lot of stuff I know in this video that we went over. I apologize if it seems like I'm rambling, but there's so much stuff to go over in this video. And I think we went over most of the stuff. Now, there's a bunch of voice lines as well. I will actually leave that in the comments section down below for you guys, so you can see all of the voice lines that are going to be available for General Grievous. But guys, again, let me know what you think of the first image of General Grievous abilities, star cards, and so much more. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe for more Star Wars Battlefront 2 news. And I will see you guys next time. And may the Force be with you always.